Hey everyone, welcome to another video. It's Simon Hurley from Inklips. Today I'm excited to share a card with you featuring all Copic markers. So I'm going to be coloring in a simple background with Copic markers, and also I'm going to color in the image here. I'm going to be using a new stamp set from Craft & Kimmy that I just love. It's called Snow Buddies, and we're going to be using this sweet little snowman with that awesome little dog and the snow many thanks sentiment. So let's get started. We're going to start out by inking up this snowman and the dog using Memento Tuxedo black ink, which is Copic friendly, so we're going to be able to color it without our Copics bleeding. I'm also using 110-pound cardstock, which is important because you don't want your Copics to bleed, and the cardstock really matters as well. So I'm just stamping this down. You want to make sure to give it some good pressure. You can also put a mouse pad underneath it if you want to get a better impression, but it worked out just fine for me. So I'm going to start out by doing some simple coloring, not too much techniques inside of the snowman, so just kind of some of his accessories. So I'm going to color his scarf in here with some bluish green colors, with just some really simple Copic blending. I'm not too great with Copics yet, so I'm still sticking with some of the simpler techniques. To color in the snowman, even though he's white, we wanted to give him some depth here. So I'm going to be using some gray Copic markers. I'm going to use some warm gray shades here, and we're just going to go wherever drop shadows would be, so like around the buttons and below his scarf as well. And then I'm going in with a lighter shade of that gray color, another warm gray here, and we're going to blend that color out. So after I have completed this, I'm going to then go in with a blender marker. I'm actually just using a Tim Holtz alcohol marker in just a minute here. I'm going to bring in my alcohol marker, and this is just to kind of blend it all out. I found that this marker works pretty well, but you're going to probably want to use a Copic blender if you have it as well. This is just what I had on hand at the time, so I'm just using it to blend all this out. And you don't want it to be too dark. If I did this again, I'd probably make it a little bit lighter next time because it's a little bit dark, but snow isn't always too bright. So I finished coloring in the rest of the image with some simple blending like I kept saying, and I'm going to create a snowy hill here. So in order to do that, you're going to want to take your marker super loosely, and this is that warm gray that I was using, and just make a line up at the top. Use the second marker to blend it out, and then use your alcohol blending marker once again to just fully blend it out into kind of nothing. So it then looks like a really snowy hill, and I love this effect. And even though these images are white, like I said, giving it some depth and dimension with some great colors is really a key to this. So also I'm going to bring in some blues for the skies, and to do this I'm just kind of feathering out some of the shades from the snowman. You don't have to make it super perfect yet because I'm going to use other shades to blend it all out. So I'm just feathering, and I'm going kind of slowly here because I want to go right up to that edge, and I don't want to get that gray contaminated with any blue. So I'm just going, kind of taking my time here and feathering out some color. And it's really pretty quick, and you really just need to kind of feather it out and not really worry too much about the end result. In the middle of this, I actually kind of wanted to throw it away because I didn't really like the effect of it, and I've never really made a Copic background like this or a card fully with Copics, so it was a lot of fun to experiment. So just kind of keep going. If it doesn't look too great, it will look pretty darn good in the end. I added some more shades into here and kind of feathered them out wherever any drop shadows would be, like around the snowman and those snowballs as well. And again, I'm going right up to the hill to define that little hill right there. And then I'm going to go in once again with my alcohol blending marker after I've done all of that. So I'm just going to finish up shading this, and then I'm going to go in with my alcohol blending marker. This time I'm using the brush tip, and we are just going to feather the rest of this out and kind of blend it into white like I mentioned. I like adding a darker background right around the image and then making it lighter going throughout, and I really find that that helps out a lot, and it'll give a lot more dimension around the image here. So then I'm going to stamp the sentiment, "Snow Many Thanks," and the card is almost finished here. And I'm going to just add some Wink of Stella to some of the accessories on the snowman and that little dog there as well. I hope you guys really enjoyed this card. I really have never created backgrounds fully with Copics, so I was excited to do this today, and you'll probably be seeing more of this in the future because I love doing it, and I love using my Copic markers. Thank you so much for watching this video. I mounted it onto a card base and matted it with a lighter blue cardstock here and added some sequins from Lucy Abrams, and the card is finished. I hope you guys really enjoyed this technique. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and also stop by craftandkimmy.com and check out this stamp set. I really love it. And also, all the products that I've used in this video will be listed and linked down in the YouTube description below. Or if you're over at my blog, I'll have a list there as well. Also, if you want to go stop over by my blog, there will be much more information over at inkclips.com about this card and many others. So I hope to see you guys in the future for another card making video, and I hope you guys will have a great day. Bye!